Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. Short and sweet, because today we're watching the twisted, terrifying, yet always terrific Twilight Zone. This time, Season 1, Episode 19, The Purple Testament. Nothing to it but to do it. Before we get started, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for some Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But my dear friends, all that is then and this is now, and now it's time to hitch a ride with Rod as we journey back into the Twilight Zone, Season 1, Episode 19, The Purple Testament. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction, and away we go.
And the summit of his knowledge.
Friends, I hate to talk over Rod, so I was asked this question real quick. Of the ones that I've watched so far, up to 18, of those 18, which one do you think about the most? Or do you think about any of them? Because I think about several. We'll talk about it later. Let's see what they have for us with the Purple Testament. Already looks badass.
Keep those trucks coming!
What was their budget?
Infantry Platoon, U.S. Army, Philippine Islands, 1945. These are the faces of the young men who fight. For this is the province of combat.
Wow.
And these are the faces of war.
And like that, you're hooked, right? Oh, dude, I know you. The Bewitched, right? How young?
We got the bridge, whatever they wanted it for.
Cool little move there. The helmet to shield the wind, which of course there isn't any.
Who'd we lose? Lots of wounded. Hibbert, Horton, Morgan, and Levy. All right, Sergeant, bed him down.
Hey, company! First platoon, chow down!
A company.
Look, I have got me a bottle of Philippine tuba in my tent. Now, it's not exactly bottled in bond, but you'd be surprised what it does to a man's outlook.
Production, unreal.
Well, Fitz, we've lost 4 men before. We've lost 8 and 10. You seem to be taking this a little harder than usual. I just wondered if there was something.
They're your buddies, yeah.
You're a good officer. You got guts and brains. But something has gotten to you. I told you I'd like to know what it is.
Would you?
Fitz is really good.
Hibbert, Horton, Morgan, Levy.
Killed in action, Luzon, PI, 13 January 1945.
So?
So you want to know what's gotten into me, Phil? I wrote
When'd
those
you get
names
that?
down yesterday.
Why did you write down the names, Fitz?
Well, we had a weapons check, and I looked into their faces. And those 4 men.
What? They look dead, or? Maybe you guys should switch. Give him the bottle.
And when I got to those 4, there was something special. A light or something that...
Light.
I can't describe it to you. There isn't any description.
Like an aura?
I knew they were going to get it. I knew, and there wasn't any doubt about it. If every time I stand in front of a platoon, am I going to be able to look down the line and know which ones aren't coming back?
You sure it wasn't today on the way back in the truck?
Yesterday. Yesterday morning, I swear to you, I wrote those names down yesterday.
Well, maybe if you look at everybody, could you leave the ones that have the light behind? Like, don't go to the front?
I'd appreciate you taking a look at him. He's a good man. He came in as cadre while we were still back in the States. He's one of the best officers we've got.
I'll do what I can, Captain. He's here now, you know.
You're not doing too bad. You get that all patched up, you'll be going home. That's not so hard to take, is it?
No, sir.
Is he gonna see the light?
Okay. You take care, Smitty.
Thanks for
Smitty.
coming, Lieutenant. Goodbye.
Goodbye, Smitty.
Oh no, he sees it. That's about as realistic a reaction as you could get. God, don't look in a mirror. Whew. Oh my God, he's already gone.
He's dead. Just like that. They go awful quick sometimes. Awful quick.
I thought he was fainting again. Holy shit.
I was up seeing Smitty.
Yeah, I know. I read his tag. Doc said he's gonna be okay.
He died, man.
I took a look at his face and I knew. And a minute later, he's gone.
It's like a low light.
I just want you to believe it, Captain. That's all I want from you. I want you to believe it.
Bed 5, sir. Smith. He just died.
I'll have a look at it.
For what?
Fitz.
Odd is when you walk 25 miles and you don't get a blister. Now you're talking odd. This isn't odd, Captain. This is nightmare.
Oh, yeah.
How many coincidences add up to a fact? How many men do I have to tab as the least likely to succeed? How many more faces do I have to look into?
Least likely to succeed. Great line.
You might put tape over my eyes or poke them out or do something I won't be able to see.
Oh my God, we're already at the intermission. Oh, these shows are too short. Damn.
Now, their job will be to knock out any and all Jap guns on that side of the river, so that we should be able to move across the bridge.
He's gonna see him.
Make sure that each man has a belt, 5 grenades, 6 ammo clips. No backpacks. All right, that's it. Good luck.
Whew.
I don't know yet, Fitz. I think that
Oh, no.
Captain, you better not go.
Why, Fitz?
You're gonna die, dude.
Fitz, get your platoon set. You've only got about 15 minutes left.
Now, Phil, please
I'll
listen.
tell you what we're going to do about that. We'll talk about it when we get back. We'll have a drink to it.
Woo.
Now, that's it, Fitz. I'll see you at the trucks.
Captain, you won't be drinking to anything. Because you're not coming back.
Watch, if he tries to stay back, he'll get killed back here or something. Oh, no. Oh, God. Oh, God almighty.
I mean, everybody says you can tell. Everybody says you know who's going to get it and who isn't. Well, how about it, Lieutenant? Give us a break, huh?
All of them are glowing, I bet.
There's nobody in this company who's a mind reader, including Lieutenant Fitzgerald. All right, Lieutenant?
It's right as the rain. He's staring at all the other faces. Oh, please, God. So far, so good, man.
Yeah, that's right, sir.
All right, Sergeant, let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Were we supposed to see? We were, because I mean, he saw the lieutenant or the captain. 25 minutes of television, everybody. I know this is like probably stock, maybe stock footage. I don't know. And now we're definitely in an exterior. I mean, unreal.
Close it up. All right, close it up.
Or was he not going to die in the battle? It'll be something else.
Ashball. Here. Blackman. Here. Conley.
Here.
Delgado.
Here.
Denal. Here. Eckhart.
So what happened, dude? Come on, man.
Farnsworth. Here. Ford. Here. Francis.
Or are you in charge now? Is this your tent? Oh, boy. He didn't make it.
Sniper fire, that's all you had, wasn't it?
Yes, sir, sniper fire. We lost one man.
Wow.
He was a good man. You're good friends, weren't you, Fitzgerald? So much for Mrs. Riker's lovely wedding. 7 happy years. 2 fine sons.
He knew all about him. Knew how long he'd been married. God almighty, what a CO.
Lieutenant, some orders have come through on you. You're to report back to division.
Back to division?
Yeah, they want to look you over. Be a nice couple of weeks rest for you. So you better pack up your gear and take it with you.
There's a mirror right there. There's a mirror right there. He's going to look in it and see himself. How are they going to do this with the mirror? Good. Really well done.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, sir, we're ready anytime you are.
What are you going to do, man? You could do something that causes your death. Great shot.
I got to. There's a bridge out up there on the highway.
That's what I figured. The engineers think they've spotted some mines just a mile up the road. They haven't had a chance to dig them up yet, so take it easy. Stay close to the shoulders.
Sergeant, you're looking at the most careful driver in the United States Army. If I can lift this here Jeep and walk tippy-toe Garnet, believe me, brother, I do.
Believe me, brother.
Well, Lieutenant, you may as well get comfortable. I guess we got about a 4-hour ride ahead of us.
His face is going to be white, too. Tell him to stay here. Tell him you're going to drive. God almighty. Chills. Jesus.
You play that pretty good.
One hand.
I swear I think I know these guys, but, you know, I know them as older actors. There they go.
Maybe it was thunder, yeah. Yeah, that's what it was, probably thunder. He has come to open the Purple Testament of bleeding war. And for Lieutenant William Fitzgerald, A Company, 1st Platoon, the testament is closed. Lieutenant Fitzgerald has found the Twilight Zone.
Oh my God, Rod. You madcap. All right, everybody, we just finished watching The Twilight Zone, Season 1, Episode 19, The Purple Testament. And the only thing left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, we just finished The Purple Testament, the 19th episode of the very first season of The Twilight Zone. Just another incredible episode. I mean, you take a simple premise, the ability to see somebody's future fate, you know, as far as their survival, and then you build around that. And what better place to place somebody with that power than war? Whew, again, and you all have kind of cautioned me about stuff like this. Like, don't try to read into, there's going to be plot holes in the Twilight Zone. It's not meant to be that type of story. It's a, you know, we're telling a moral here, you know, there is a direct point to these stories that needs to be, that's the focus of it. The focus is the points of these stories, not necessarily, you know, do they adhere to all the laws of nature or anything like that? Because of course it's the Twilight Zone, anything can happen. Just a really good job. Again, the ability for them to find these actors too, it's amazing. I mean, incredibly solid acting. The other thing is, and when I am done The Twilight Zone, I am going to absolutely look up several. They have a list of things I want to look up from the Twilight, so I don't forget, of course. But the number one thing is, this had to have a pretty healthy budget. Now, again, I could be completely wrong, but just the sheer number of extras they hire, forget everything else. Forget dressing the set, props, costuming, forget all of that. Forget the fact that we have studio setups and we have a crew and blah, 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 or exterior shots, interior shots, or in the event that they were using, you know, stock footage retrieval in the archives and things like that. All of those things that go into that, their budget alone for extras had to be ridiculous. I have seen so many episodes where we're talking like you got 20 plus people on. I mean, I'm thinking of our one-armed bandit, The Fever. You know, we had an entire casino stocked with people. This one, we have an entire company. I mean, A Company, everything. I mean, this is really good. It's just an incredibly well done production. Great story. Do they have a bad Twilight Zone? I'm not saying that to be an asshole. I'm already one of those. But I'm saying for the Twilight Zone, and I'm serious about this, are there kind of considered episodes out there that are considered, and don't tell me what they are, but are there episodes out there that are considered not necessarily weaker for Twilight Zone, but just straight bad? Does that make sense? Because comparatively speaking with the other Twilight Zone episodes, I could certainly see there being an episode that doesn't reach the heights of some of the ones that I like or some of the ones that you like. comparing it to the Twilight Zone isn't great because in my experience through 19 episodes, they're all in rarefied air. If you want to start, organizing Twilight Zone episodes, great, but it's not like the weakest of those 19 is going to be in the mediocre of all of television category. You know what I mean? So, but I'm very curious. It's interesting because when you're watching a show, you usually every season run into a stinker or two, ones that just don't necessarily hold up and not hold up against the other episodes of the series, but hold up, period. And boy, oh boy, I just don't see them allowing something that shoddy to, not shoddy, it's a terrible thing to say, but they seem to have established a certain tier, a certain quality that's like their acceptance level for these episodes that they're producing. Even with just the production, the story could suck, you know what I mean? But as long as they're putting so much into each of these episodes, I just can't see any one episode being so weak as to be shitty. I'm sure I'll be surprised, but as of right now, I just find them basically infallible. Which, considering the diversity of stories and topics that we've covered, the fact that each and every one of them is coming through swinging with, whether it be normally it's all of it, acting, production, written word, spoken lines, and dialogue. Everything, it works. Let's talk about the kid, though. The kid was absolutely exceptional. I thought he was fantastic. A couple over the top, a couple little heat lines, he got a little bit too energy off the leash there. But again, who am I to say that? Overall, his performance was fantastic. It was incredibly nuanced, very reactive. The one thing that surprises me the most about all of this is I don't recognize that kid. And the idea that he is that good, and he basically is the definition of classic Hollywood beauty, classic Hollywood good looks, you would think that this guy would pop up, like he'd be a Warren Beatty type of character, maybe relegated to the realm of television, and maybe that's why I don't know him. Maybe he was on one of these Westerns that, I watched in my youth and forget who they were, and all that good stuff. But just a really solid bit of acting. And of course, was it Dick Sargent? I always get him confused. Dick Sargent and Dick York, the dude from Bewitched, Dick from Bewitched, everybody. Again, another really solid performance. I thought that he played well against the kid. Really good stuff. The guy that was the medical officer, really good stuff. They just do not skimp on performers in the Twilight Zone. They don't skimp on anything in the Twilight Zone. And the performances have been so well done. It sounds cheesy to say that they're breathtaking, but really when we go into each, I think the Hitchhiker, we go into each of these things with different perceptions, completely different stories, different areas of emotional origin, like where their characters are kind of acting from are so varied and so different, and everyone is able to capture a quality of acting that honestly, in my youth, I would have said, "Oh, you don't act like that in television." It's just we back in the day, my friends and I were very derogatory towards television. It's changed a bit since then. If you were a television actor back in the day, it was a very hard move to go from there to the movies. And back in the day, if we'd see somebody acting, we would say something, in a TV show that we liked, we go, "Hey, that's pretty good acting for television." What do we know? But that's the way it was. So I don't know if that was still kind of a stigma there. Oh, you're a television actor. But we've seen like Martin Landau and people like that burst free. I don't know. I got to find out what happened to that kid. It's going to be amazing to me to see if there is one out there that I think, I'll be honest, I swear I'll be honest. If I see one that just really sucks, I'm just going to have to say it and be like, there's the exception to the rule. But again, we're in the Twilight Zone. The rules of television history don't seem to apply to Mr. Serling's vehicle. That's all I have to say about this one, friends. If you could do me a favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring that bell for notifications. It greatly helps out a small channel, and it allows me to alert you next time it's time for a little Twilight Zone. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to our Patreon is in the description. And if you're not a fan of Patreon, consider YouTube memberships. You'll get all of our episodes at least a day early. But all that was then and this is now, my friends, and now it's time to say goodbye from this episode of The Twilight Zone, the Purple Testament. So friends, where do we say goodbye from? Normally we say goodbye from a scene within the episode as part of our reward for being the Greek chorus. We've watched the episode, we're a vital part of the narrative. We delineate the information given to us, we spread what we have seen, and potentially bring in new audience members, so we're very important. So normally when we watch a series, we go back into a scene from the episode and say goodbye from there. But with The Twilight Zone, it's a little bit different. With The Twilight Zone, we say goodbye as a result of this episode. So my friends, I hate to tell you this, but we've been conscripted into the Army. And as we are sitting there, new recruits joining a company, and as we jump off of the bus or the truck or the Jeep that brings us to the front, and as we land, we realize that it's even gloomy by military and wartime standards. And we see a shattered mirror on the ground. And as we look down in it, we wonder why our faces are glowing. Friends, until such time as we can watch some more Twilight Zone, Vulcan roll, and I'll see you.